Please stand and join us, the choir, in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome parents, students, staff, and guests to the 6th annual commencement ceremonies for students graduating from Valencia High School. Today we honor the graduating class of 2001. The class that processed before you was led by the class valedictorian Lawrence Sohn, who graduated with a 4.70 grade point average. Joining Lawrence are salutatorian Maureen McMahon and the honor scholars dressed in gold gowns, all of whom graduated with an overall cumulative grade point average of 4.0 or higher. Among the honor scholars are 5 National Merit Scholars representing the top 0.1% of all students in the United States. Students wearing white collars are members of the National Honor Society. Students wearing gold cords are honor scholars with the California Scholarship Federation. Students wearing maroon and gold cords are members of the Spanish Honor Society. And students wearing purple and gold cords completed a career path major. We are proud of all of the students graduating with honors from our school. I would also like to recognize two of your classmates who are part of your class this year. They are foreign exchange students and therefore have not earned a diploma, but they have contributed greatly to our school. For their outstanding work this year, we would like to recognize them. Stephanie Bauer from Germany and Joseph Yobet from Spain. Today we are happy to recognize the people sitting on the dais. From the William S. Hart Union High School Board of Trustees, Mr. Steve Sturgeon and Mr. Philip Ellis. From the district office, Ms. Leslie Crunell and Dr. Gary Wexler. Our counselors, Fred Fells, Suzanne Van Amberg, Dr. Mary Morris, Carrie Stroh, and Kathy Ferry, and Teresa Long. And our senior class advisor, Mike Pontius. I would also like to thank Bob Babko and Deborah Waite for the special music you have heard this evening and will hear tonight. Now, graduates, there are 2 groups of people that you need to thank this evening. One is people who've put up with you for 18 years or 17 years, who have brought you to this moment, your parents and your grandparents. Parents and grandparents, would you please stand? Also, graduates, you wouldn't be here if it weren't for the work of your teachers, who for 4 years have brought you to this point. And so teachers, would you please stand up? And now we'll present the Viking Torch of Learning, the passing of the torch from the senior class to the junior class. Representing the senior class are Valerie Pena, senior class president, Lawrence Sohn, senior class valedictorian, Christopher Siplon, junior class president, and Bethany Matson, junior class first scholar.
Tonight, the senior class unites for the closure and celebration of our 4 accomplishing years here at Valencia High School. Together, each and every graduate has contributed to the torch of learning, the torch which exemplifies hard work, determination, and achievement. As motivated freshmen, we came with unimaginable goals, and as respected seniors, we will leave with immortal pride.
We have come a long way from our first steps into Valencia High School. Small freshmen, lost in a maze of classrooms, and surrounded by crowds of giant upperclassmen. The journey seemed uncertain, with so many challenges ahead of us, from SAT tests to league championships, not to mention withstanding that smell near the 800 buildings. But, in all our struggles, the torch of learning has lit our way with the values and traditions of years past. We now begin our first steps out of Valencia High School and into the real world, a whole new set of challenges and obstacles. And now, we, the class of 2001, add our own flame to the torch as we pass it on to the incoming senior class. We entrust in you, the class of 2002, the new leaders of the school, the responsibility to uphold the torch of learning and keep it forever burning.
As next year's senior class president, I speak on behalf of the class of 2002 when I say thank you. Thank you for being our examples, for showing us hard work and commitment throughout your years here in high school. As next year's senior class, we accept this torch with open arms, and we promise to uphold the values that are instilled and reflect upon this torch, the torch of learning.
On behalf of the class of 2002, I accept this torch as a symbol of the enduring pursuit of excellence at Valencia High School. The class of 2001 faithfully carried this torch of learning while leading our school in the tradition of excellence. As we gather here tonight, acknowledging each graduate's achievements, we also congratulate their leadership in teaching us, next year's leaders of this high school, to also strive for knowledge and achievement.
And now to present the flame of inspiration, we have the senior class representative. I didn't get it written down. You can introduce. Come here.
Good evening. My name is Pamela Milner, and this is Christina Hastings.
We are here to present the Flame of Inspiration Award. This award goes to the teacher that our senior class voted most inspiring to them. This year's recipient is a dear teacher to us.
He takes his job not as a regular 9-to-5 occupation, but in addition to teaching lessons in modern civilizations and in the United States government, both regular and advanced placement, he transforms a dull room of whiteboards and desks into a place where students can engage in the topics of today and can freely express their thoughts and opinions.
This teacher is not only culturally educated, but he is a down-to-earth, honest, kind-hearted man who has incredible enthusiasm for teaching and is full of charisma.
He is a huge advocate for human rights, and his passion for respect for all mankind has spread across our campus. He sponsors the club Operation Us, a group that visits elementary schools and teaches ways to fight discrimination and to deal with prejudice.
On behalf of the class of 2001, we would like to thank him for inspiring us to be involved with the world around us. Thank you for making us realize that we are our own future, for inspiring us to become an active part of society and not to be complacent with who we are, but to strive to better on who we will become.
This year's Flame of Inspiration Award goes to
Mr. Gary Mast.
Just leave it. Congratulations. Thank you, Christina and Pam. Today is an important day in the lives of the graduates seated before you because today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. The journey you have just completed shows a productive 4 years. It was this class that helped to shape our School to Career program and this class that helped us create our digital high school plan. We thank you. You can look on your accomplishments with pride. Of course, many of our greatest accomplishments are those that go largely unnoticed. In fact, our character, our moral constitution, and moral strength are defined by how we act or react in various situations, especially when not noticed. It seems people today spend a lot of time trying to be noticed, trying to achieve for recognition. Being recognized for an accomplishment is always welcome. But what kind of recognition is best? I have a quiz for you. I got the quiz from our superintendent. Let's see if you can answer the questions. Number 1, name the 5 wealthiest people in the world. First one's easy. Name the next 4. Number 2, name the last 5 Heisman Trophy winners. Name the last 5 winners of the Miss America contest. Name 5 people who've won a Nobel Prize. Name the last 5 Academy Award winners for Best Actor or Actress. Name the last 5 World Series winners. How did you do? These are no second-rate achievers. They are all best, the very best in their fields. Few of us remember the headliners of yesterday. The applause dies, the awards tarnish, achievements are forgotten. Accolades and certificates are buried with their owners. Now here is another quiz. List 3 teachers who aided your journey through school. Name 3 friends who have helped you through a difficult time. Name 5 people who have taught you something worthwhile. Think of a few people who have made you feel appreciated and special. Think of 5 people you enjoy spending time with. Name 5 people whose stories have inspired you. Easier? The people who make a difference in your life aren't the ones with the most money or the most awards. They aren't the people who make headlines. What kind of recognition is most important? I think it's the recognition of those who make a difference, the ones who care, the ones who reach out and make your life better. If you want to be recognized, remembered, and appreciated, reach out to those around you. Make a difference in their lives. Help them, teach them, and befriend them. It is there that you will make a difference and earn recognition that lasts. Graduates, I have confidence that you will give the world your best in every situation. So graduates, from a proud staff of Valencia High School, goodbye and good luck. And now we'll hear from Courtney Schroeder.
That's Courtney Schroeder. Before I begin, I'd just like to say welcome to our graduation of the class of 01. A famous Swedish politician once said, "We're not permitted to choose the frame of our destiny. What we put into the frame is ours." In other words, our fate is predetermined, but the choices and the experiences that we make and live through belong to us. Using this quotation as a guide, I have made my choices and lived my experiences at Valencia High School. I can stand here today and look back upon the time I spent at Valencia with a sense of pride and fulfillment. But I also stand here looking at the door of an uncertain future. New people, new choices, new situations. What I bring with me, though, are the memories and the guidance that I gained at Valencia. The time is now upon us that we must step into our role in society. The choices we now make carry much greater consequences. We must now look at who we are and how we will fit into the society. But all of these questions and uncertainties are held together by one link. This link being our shared memories at Valencia. The time I spent at Valencia was highlighted by my extracurricular involvement. Not only did I meet new people, but I was given the opportunity to plan and be a part of various student activities. I gained a sense of leadership and involvement while at Valencia, and I will carry these traits with me as they forever shape my personality. In my opinion, the most any student can gain from Valencia will be from the teachers. Never did I have a teacher who didn't love their job. Their dedication was unwavering. And while at Valencia, every teacher I studied under did their best to ensure I was getting the best education possible. I'll never forget my teachers at Valencia, for they have been the biggest influence in my life. Now, today is just not a celebration of our graduation, but it is also the start of our entering into society. A society open to new ideas and new changes. A society that we will control. Our voices and opinions will ring out, and we will be heard. But along with these newfound freedoms, also come newfound responsibilities. Being able to take the blame for our actions. Being able to take responsibility and provide leadership during shaky times. Our generation is on the brink of discovery, and how we handle it will be up to us. The choices are ours, and the time has come. Our destiny can't be changed, but our choices can. As you make these choices, remember Valencia, not just your education, what's given to you as a human being and as a citizen. Now, before I leave, I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Yamur, and I'd like to say thank you to Class of 01 for making the last 4 years the most memorable of my life. Thank you.
Jessica Haro will sing How the Years Go By.
In our times of trouble, we only had ourselves, nobody else, no one there to save us. We had to save ourselves. Ooh. And when the storms came through, they found me and you back to back together. And when the sun would shine, it was yours and mine forever. And oh, how the years go by. Oh, how the love brings tears to my eyes. All through the changes, the soul never dies. We fight, we laugh, we cry as the years go by. but we came around, yeah. How we rolled and rambled, we got lost and we got found. Now we're back on solid ground, yeah. We took everything all our times would bring in this world of dangers. And when the sun would shine, it was yours and mine forever. Oh, how the years go by. Oh, how the love brings tears to my eyes. All through the changes, the soul never dies. We fight, we laugh, we cry as the years go by. And if we lose our way, any night or day, well, we'll always be where we should be. I'm there for you, and I know you're there for me. And oh, how the years go by. And oh, how the love brings tears to my eyes. All through the changes, the soul never dies. We fight, we laugh, we cry as the years go by. And oh, how the love brings tears to my eyes. All through the changes, the soul never dies. We fight, we laugh, we cry as the years go by. Oh, how the years go by. As the years go by. Oh, how the love brings tears to my eyes. All through the changes, the soul never dies. We fight, we laugh, we cry as the years go by. As the years go by.
Thank you.
And now, Andel Sudik, senior class speaker.
High school is supposed to be looked back upon as the best 4 years of our lives. A few years from now, we'll be poring over a yearbook and laughing at the hairstyles we had and the clothes we wore. A little later on, we'll remember so-and-so and wonder where they ended up. Then, farther on down the road, we'll reminisce and tell our grandkids about the crazy things we did, about the study groups and test scores, and parties and proms. But standing here right now, about to graduate, I remember high school a lot differently, as a struggle, an obstacle that had to be overcome before I could enter out into the real world. The obstacles teach us lessons, ones that sometimes we'd much rather avoid, but ones that are necessary. Obstacles make us stronger and smarter. They challenge us and force us to meet our potential. High school was not always fun. I spent many an early morning questioning what it was all for. But for 4 years, I put my faith in Valencia, came to school, did my homework, and waited for my reward. The light at the end of the tunnel, the little toy at the bottom of the cereal box. But what I didn't realize was that every day I came here, every class I attended, every lunch meeting I stayed on campus for, that was my reward. I took my time here for granted. I checked off each class completion and counted down the days to this moment, graduation. this obstacle that we've overcome, high school, wasn't just one of the biggest obstacles we'd ever have to face. It was also one of the biggest rewards we could ever hope to receive. Not just because of the lessons we've learned or the thick skins we've developed, but because of the confidence and support that it gave us. Confidence! I'm just gonna keep going. Confidence from the teachers in the classrooms and on the fields, from the directors and coaches, the administrators and caretakers, the friends and classmates, and the families. What a phenomenal experience it's been to have so many people pulling for you, so many people motivating you and nurturing you and knowing that you'll succeed. So this graduation ceremony isn't just a celebration for us students, a sort of pat on the back and a good luck send-off. It's also a thank you to those teachers and coaches, the directors and advisors, the administrators and caretakers, the friends and classmates, and the families that supported us. It's their reward, all the hard work and support you sunk into us. Thank you for all the extra hours you put in, the sacrifices you made, the hard times you endured. It paid off. We made it. Because of you, we're able to look back at the struggle that high school was as an enjoyable bit of our lives, a struggle well worth having, and at the same time move forward with the confidence that we will succeed. It wasn't always easy, but what obstacle worth overcoming is? We'll greet the real world that we longed for all those years with strength and confidence. We've got our whole lives ahead of us and a world full of paths to take. Armed with the gifts that Valencia has given us, anything and everything is possible. We'll struggle through our failures and triumph over our obstacles. Because obstacles are only what we make them. The future is only what we make it. And I, for one, am looking forward to the possibilities. Thank you.
And now the Valencia Chamber Choir will present "The Lord Bless You and Keep You." Ms. Cornell, Dr. Wexler, Mr. Ellis, and Mr. Sturgeon, I present to you the class of 2001. The students presented here have met all the requirements of the state of California and the William S. Hart Union High School District for graduation. Valerie and Katie, would you please come forward? Lawrence and Maureen, would you please lead your classmates forward for the conferring of diplomas?
Lawrence Sohn.
Maureen Elizabeth McMahon.
Adam Richard Miller.
Selena Kathleen Spaniel.
Kerrigan Lee Pick.
Jennifer Ann Grossheim.
Nicole Aurora Feeder.
Lindsay Robin Hovestrate.
Angela Bernadette Yao.
Catherine Rose Olson.
Amanda Jill Golub.
Lane Elizabeth Rosiska.
Seppi Patahi.
Elizabeth DeCellis.
Eric Burnham.
James Aubrey Ball.
Carrie Ann Nass.
Megan Bakshi.
Julia Zoda Peak.
Nita Mary Joseph.
Ryan Gallagher.
Kimberly Gale Wood.
Elizabeth Ann Shalom.
Anne Marie Hart.
Carissa Maria Dill.
G. Kim.
Renee Ashley Hanlon.
Deirdre Elizabeth Corby.
Julius Adolph Harper.
Anna Karen Martinez.
Baljit Sin Saini.
Neil Robert Wallace.
Jessica Lynn Harrow.
Christina Nicole Hastings.
Courtney Brett Schroeder.
Andiel Marie Studick.
Pamela Ann Milner.
David William Law.
Joseph David Omit.
Cara Elise Lale.
Russell John Abalafia.
Andrea Dawn Legg.
John Thomas Adelia.
Natasha Alexandra Lehman.
Sharjil Ahmad.
Dominic Joseph Light.
Kazra Christopher Ajaderi.
Andrew Mark Lassard.
Ava Nicole Alamshah.
Jessica Grace Lean.
Jamie Rose Alarcon.
Garrett Michael Lair.
Jose Alaman.
Megan Michelle Lloyd.
Sage Marie Allard.
Heather Marie London.
William Allen.
Vanessa Lopez.
James Marion Alston.
James Wendell Lott Jr.
Omar Mohammed Amer.
Christella Diane Lozano.
Amanda Catherine Anderson.
Rory D. LeBold.
Andrew Anderson.
Adam Don Luz.
Jade Angela Andrews.
Kyle Joseph Lynn.
Alex Anthony.
Tiffany Elaine Lyon.
Elena Beltran Arambula.
Leon Eric Maldonado.
Odise Arafar.
Jerome Malkowski.
Jessica Atnell,
Andrew Stephen Marnice,
Jerry Avalos,
Thomas Joseph Mann,
Robert Miller Baker III,
Kathleen Marissa,
Marissa Araceli Bercinas,
Michelle Nicole Mark,
Conrad Jamar Barker Jr.,
Kimberly Leona Markham,
Brooke Danielle Barnett,
Louis John Martinez,
Zachary Lee Bartlett,
Megan Jennifer Martinez,
Kyle Allen Bauer,
Whitney Lee Martinez,
Larmy Merrill Bautista,
Michael John Maxwell,
Randall Baxter,
Heather Ruth May,
Aaron Ledesma Belda,
Jared Carl Meyer,
Jacqueline Bennett,
Jordan Frank Meyer,
Raymond Donald Bennett,
Ashley Marie Mazzio,
Ashley Nicole Benoit,
Jesse James McAdams,
Mark Benz,
Amanda Ann McAllister,
Nicholas Arthur Barron,
Kristen Ann McDaniel,
Juan Bernal,
Corey Christopher McDermott,
Shannon Lee Blaha,
Lauren Elizabeth McEwen,
Cheryl Bleicher,
Sean Andrew McGillerin,
Kristen Marie Blish,
Joshua Stephen McCarricker,
Nicole Marie Bloomer,
Jade McNeil,
Lance Aaron Bohannon,
Benjamin Adam Mead,
Brock Vincent Bomar,
Marissa Suzanne Meadows,
Michelle Ann Bontempi,
Jessica Ann Medina,
Shayla Marie Borpajari,
Andrea Christina Medrano,
Daniel Bott,
Grace Eleanor Wetzel,
Chad Bowman,
Jennifer Cody Melenkoff,
Joshua Dan Bracamonte,
Nathan Johan Meshkath,
James Mortimer Allaire,
Brian Curtis Metcalf,
Junior Brambila,
Ezekiel Maiku,
Molly Kate Bramsway,
Peter Sargent Middleton,
Daniel Braun Jr.,
Ashley Lynn Miffett,
Sheila Lynn Bright,
Jennifer Lynn Milholm,
Rolando James Brooks,
Derek Paul Miller,
Sarah Eleanor Buck,
Laura Renee Miller,
Jennifer Maria Bunn,
Joseph N. Mina,
Nancy Diana Calero,
Jennifer Lene Maillard,
Lauren Campbell,
Asia Janine Mitchell,
Christina Noel Campos,
Robert Anthony Muley Jr.,
John Campos,
Carolina Maharo,
Nathan Robert Canterbury,
Raymond L. Montanez II,
Jacqueline Nicole Caprio,
Monique Tessa Charisse Moreland,
Nicole Lene Carlton,
Dorian Avery Morla,
Jesse Carrillo,
Kirsty Lee Morris,
Justin Alexander Casota,
Alana Morsehead,
Jerome Ovelis Castaneda,
Tiffany Waterbury,
Carrie Lee Jocelyn,
Donald Sinclair,
Nicole Inez Castaneda,
Madeline Rodriguez,
Andrew Thompson Chambers,
Kristen Nicole Moyer,
Brandon Robert Chandler,
Sean Barrett Moynihan,
Davina Devi Chandra,
Corey Patrick Murphy,
Amy Charles,
Matthew Andrew John Myers,
Lawrence Cody Cheeseborough,
Michelle Elizabeth Naranjo,
Min Jin Chung,
Bryce Allen Nelson,
Brian Claymore,
Daniel Christopher Nelson,
Brennan Philip Clark,
Derek Ryan New,
David William Clark,
Lindsay Scott Newhall,
Gregory Joseph Clark.
Matthew William Newton.
Matthew Allen Clark.
Lon Nayun.
Tracy Lee Coffin.
Stephanie Ann Nicholas.
Robert Colbert Jr.
Cale Hugh Noble.
Carolyn Meredith Coley.
Kalina Marlene Nordgarden.
Kathleen Pearsall.
Christopher E. Norman.
Sean Liam Coley.
Elizabeth Okasik.
Bianca Contreras.
Marina A. Orvides.
Rodrigo Contreras.
David Andrew Olson.
Vanessa Marie Conyers.
Matthew C. Onstead.
Justin Cookson.
Amber Ceylon Rashida Orr.
Christina Elizabeth Cordova.
Arbella Jenny Orshan.
Catherine Cornelius.
Timothy Michael Orteg.
Daniela Correa.
Reynaldo Antonio Osigueda.
Janine Michelle Cortez.
Craig Matthew Osella.
Deanna Michelle Costa.
Sarah Ashley Page.
Thomas Michael Costello.
Janelle Lynn Payne.
Christopher Travis Cottage.
Marianne Margaret Paylett.
Marie Isabel Cowan.
Ashley Marie Palmer.
Justine Elizabeth Kozel.
Eddie Palmer.
Caitlin Elizabeth Craig.
Matthew Stewart Palmer.
Sean Sather.
Anthony Michael Palmieri.
Justin Cruz.
Janelle Suji Papa.
Jamie Lee Cerny.
Gregory Sean Papazian.
Adrian Candelario Cueva.
Stephen Dean Parker.
Natalie Anne-Marie Curd.
Stephanie Lynn Patterson.
Leanne Marie Curry.
Erica Perez.
Jessica Rose D'Amato.
Nicole Marie Periconi.
Deborah Desiree Danley.
Allison Victoria Peters.
Christopher Lennon Davis.
Andrew James Peterson.
Spencer Cody Davis.
Sarah Veronica Petrowski.
Daniel Adam DiCarlo.
Victoria Michelle Phipps.
Francesca DeFazio.
Jennifer M. Pierce.
Nicole Lynn Deerdorf.
Wendy Marie Pierre.
Jonathan Todd Dakota.
Sarah Marie Pearson.
David Del Bono.
Tanya Plata.
Gerald Robert Deschamps.
Christopher Aaron Kluger.
Yvonne Monique Devers.
Michelle Lynn Ford.
Anthony Charles Diaz.
Kelly Ann Potter.
Jessica Jean Dickinson.
Warren Powell.
Drew Devon Dilworth.
Amanda Elizabeth Pratt.
Rory Michael Dolan.
William Lawrence Creech.
Joshua Ryan Domel.
Christopher Todd Price.
Andrew John Dorado.
Joshua Ryan Hewitt.
Andrew Dorso III.
Spencer Dalton Quayle.
Emmeline Dos Santos.
Jessica Lynn Rengel.
Ashley Elaine Dubin.
Lynn Ann Reber.
Amory Lene Duda.
Monique Marie Riley.
Alexander David Dunwoody.
Patricia Marie Renken.
Justin Daniel Dyer.
Aaron Michael Reichenberg.
Kyle Frank Ito.
Lizette Rios.
Ryan James Elberry.
Angelina C. Rivas.
Ernest James El Chico.
Michael Gabriel Rivera.
Daniel Wayne Elliott.
Andre Rizzo III.
Courtney Ann Ellis.
Jessica May Robinson.
Philip Ellis.
Samantha Michelle Robman.
Matthew Ennerly.
Tonio Rodriguez.
Elizabeth Jane Enriquez,
Desiree Darlene Rodriguez,
Eduardo Jose Esquivel,
Jorge Luis Rodriguez,
Rosa Estela,
Joseph Ray Rodriguez,
Maria Angelica Fabregas,
Stephanie Deanne Romney,
Rebecca Megan Feeder,
Jesse Michael Rosado,
Corey Felt,
Kevin Robert Rosenberg,
Paul Wesley Felix,
Jonathan A. Rosine,
Giovanni Miguel Fernandez,
Emily Dawn Roth,
Jennifer Joy Ferrer,
Andrea Marie Rubio,
Joseph Steve Finch,
Jesus Alcala Rules,
Heather Suzanne Fix,
Vincent Matthew Rupp,
Jonathan Fontana,
John Kyle Ryan,
Christopher Robert Ferret,
Christina Marie Sabotin,
Stephanie Wynn Francis,
Diego Enrique Seco,
Nicole Ann Frohart,
Sarah Natalia Sadat,
Aaron Denny Fry,
Jeffrey Trevor Sager,
Jera Alexander Fry,
Nicholas Sayes,
Gregory Gayed,
Cheryl Dealde Salas,
Melissa Jean Gallo,
Nicole Cynthia Marie Sauls,
Zachary David Gamp,
Sachetta San,
Christopher John Gapper,
Myra Alejandra Sanchez,
Elisa Marie Garcia,
Miguel Angel Sanchez,
Christina Marie Garcia,
Francesca Andrea Sanzana,
Brian Donald Gellis,
Lauren Alexander Sargent,
Christopher Raphael Germano,
Justin Saunders,
Zillard Geronimo,
Emily Elizabeth Sawyer,
Peter Anthony Giebler II,
James Dennis Schauer,
Megan Marie Gillette,
Troy Daniel Schott,
Courtney Ann Gintro,
Christopher R. Schruger,
Summer Nicole Glass,
Nicholas Lee Scott,
Casey Jonathan Gobble,
Martin Joseph Sevilla,
Nicole Irene Godike,
Mitten Shaw,
John Brandon Getz,
Gregory Randall Shamalta,
Richard Edward Gold,
Melissa Nicole Shamalta,
Daniel A. Gonzalez,
Richard Timothy Sheehan,
Daniel Roberto Gonzalez,
Lindsay Elizabeth Shelton,
Eduardo Manuel Gonzalez,
Jessica Marie Shazinski,
Eduardo Gonzalez,
Mandeep Sidhu,
Carrie Lynn Goshinsky,
Leslie Ray Sinks,
Jordana Mackenzie Gold,
Grant Arthur Smith,
Rebecca Adeline Graham,
Janelle Nicole Smith,
Brandon Eric Graska,
Jennifer Lynn Sainel,
Alyssa Madeline Gray,
Caesar Raul Solis,
Kate Graziano,
Casey Schorgenstein,
Tyler James Greer,
Anthony Joseph Spiro,
Priscilla Gubatin,
Carolyn Elizabeth Squires,
John Curtis Guerrero,
John Lee Stancliffe,
Catherine Gergis,
Brian Kent Stedman,
Jared Gunn,
Robert Edward Stevens Jr.,
Jacqueline Erlene Gutierrez,
Aaron Vincent Stewart,
Carly Haas,
Mark Daniel Stockland,
Lacey Lee Rose Haigbeck,
Eric Theo Stripe,
Christopher Haig,
Mark Edward Stump,
Erica Trees Haynes,
Michael Hassan Subi,
Joshua Tilgman Haleen,
Katrina Joanne Summers,
Jeremy Allen Hamels,
Andrew Michael Swanson,
Brandon David Hakes,
Rebecca Young Swisher,
Kristen Nicole Hansen,
Amir Abdul Sayed,
Lizelle Anchetta Hansen,
Michelle Kathleen Tache,
Jamie Lee Hartman.
Dawn Marie Talby.
Renee Suzanne Huzirjan.
Corey J. Temple.
Ashley Ann Hagee.
Jessica Ann Tepper.
Alyssa Hedman.
Stephen Jeffrey Tedeth.
Robert Lawrence Herrick.
Jody Jacqueline Thompson.
Amanda Jane Hickok.
Dallas Tidwell.
Amy Elizabeth Highsmith.
Ryan Jennifer Todd.
Brian Hoover.
Eric Lee Torres.
Mark David Hauk.
Christina Sima Torres.
Amanda Joy Howard.
Rebecca Christie Torres.
Jamie Lauren Howe.
Leonardo F. Tuza.
Justin Adam Hunt.
Marie L. Trejo.
Brett Alexandra Huzar.
T.J. Trevino.
Amanda Elaine Irene Ibarra.
Paul Trinkeller.
Albert Lee Ingram III.
Christy Marie Chapita.
Yejin Ishaninov.
Elizabeth Ann Truey.
Nikhil David Iyengar.
Jennifer Amanda Tucker.
Jennifer Michelle Jacobson.
Christopher Michael Tumulty.
Kaylin George Jakes.
Deanne Huemora.
Salvador Jauregue III.
Claudia Ung.
Richard Matthew Jerde Martin.
Joshua Aaron Valentine.
Daniel Elias Jimenez.
Elizabeth K. Varner.
Joelle Jimenez.
Judith Vasquez.
Vanessa Sandra Job.
Jeffrey William Veazey.
Elizabeth Carol Johnson.
Lorena Velasquez.
Mia Janvier Jones.
Nicholas Odo Vertical.
Michael Justin Jones.
David Elliott Vivey.
Valerie Michelle Jones.
Vivian Valeria.
Joshua Lee Jordan.
Enrique Valerio.
Ryan James Joy.
Alex Plotkin.
Kelly Caden.
Brooke Annette Volkman.
Raymond Preet Cower.
Erica A. Wagner.
Sarah Elizabeth Keene.
Christian Miles Wakeland.
Michael Damian Kellerman.
Kimberly Ann Walsh.
Aron Ilman Kelman.
Lauren Nicole Watson.
Shadi Samir Kalalia.
Ryan J. Watterson.
Paul Michael Kilmer.
Kyle J. White.
Darren Christopher Kimball.
Kelly Brooke Whiteley.
Kyle Kirby.
Vanessa Marie Weiss.
Christopher Kleiber.
Chad S. Williams.
Holly Kristen Clune.
Kyle James Wilson.
George Knox.
Jeffrey David Winger.
Alex Contoginis Jr.
Thomas Allen Wood.
Brianna Kristen Corey.
Edwina Woods Abedu.
Evelina Kowalski.
Randall C. Worth.
Stephanie Diane Kroll.
Brianna Renee Louise Ragg.
Jennifer Lynn Kruzinski.
Christina Angela Wright.
Crystal Grace Kusi.
Emily Marie Wright.
Catherine Kiko Kumazawa.
Ani Yahayan.
Brian John Kunkel.
Tatiana Yancey.
Annalisa Gonzaga Ladero.
Carrie Jo Yarbrough.
Jennifer Jo Marie Larimore.
Jessica Rose Young.
Michelle Ann Larimore.
Kirsten Jeanette Young.
Elizabeth Becky Lake.
Ryan Daniel Young.
Giovanni Lampignano.
Michael G. Uden.
Sonia Landeros.
Nicole Zeta.
Brandon Christopher Lane.
Jennifer Nicole Zeller.
Tom Andrew Lannon.
Shannon R. Zipperman.
Beth Ann LaPierre.
Stephen A. Zundel.
Scott Matthew Larimer.
Suzanne Marie Zundel.
John LaSalle. Marissa Consuelo Figueroa. Katie Caston.
Valerie Pina.
And Juan Corona.
And now, graduates, please stand and join the choir and the band under the direction of Ernest El Chico for our alma mater. Thank you, all of you, for coming. Graduates, good luck. Just a reminder that you need to stay off the field, so graduates, you'll meet your parents over on the side of the stadium.